show, everyone. We are having a blast over here. We're
Yes,
getting ready for the show. We have to sanitize everything, and everybody's talking about this whole virus that's going on and how long it's going to be. But we're networking with everybody here on Networking Arizona, and hi to everybody out there that's watching us on Facebook. Like us and follow us. We're going to be sharing the show in just a little bit. I'm going on with my first guest, who's got to be so excited right now about coming on my show because you've just changed the name of your business. You just got a new website. I have with me Mark Melkowski, and he is, well, the owner of his new business, which is Arizona Financial Solutions with an S.
With an S.
Well, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Welcome
Thank you.
back. You've been on several
I've been
times.
here a few times.
So tell everybody about yourself now, because some of the people haven't heard you. It's been a couple of weeks. Tell everybody about you, why you changed the name of your business, what's going on. Tell us about your new website.
Well, we just changed the name of the business just to rebrand it from Eagle Advisory Group to Arizona Financial Solutions.
Easier to remember.
Easier to remember, and we're in Arizona. We don't travel out of the state anymore, so we just changed it to that.
Okay.
And we do save money. That's what we do, and protect people's wealth. That's what we do. We protect your wealth, and that's what you should be doing right now.
So many people right now are thinking, what wealth? But they don't necessarily...
Well, they still have wealth. They just need to start protecting it.
They need to take care of their wealth.
And their income.
And be able to what? Sleep?
Sleep well at night. S.W.A.N. Sleep well at night.
Something that you love to talk about. I want to get out the new website because you're so excited. It just went live recently, today or yesterday or
Last night.
Last night it just went live, which is Arizona FS for Financial Solutions, so ArizonaFS.com. But Mark, before we go into anything, I want you to talk a little bit about you. You've been doing this for a long time and have helped a lot of people out there. And one of the things that we've been trying to do here at the show is kind of educate people on some of the different things that you talked about all over the place. You were doing seminars, now you're doing webinars everywhere.
We're still going to do webinars starting on April the 28th at 2 o'clock and then April the 30th at 6 o'clock. And it's through Facebook, so you'll be seeing those ads come out pretty soon.
That's exciting.
They just started those yesterday.
You guys are stepping it up.
Yeah, well, we feel for the next couple of months we might have to do webinars instead of meeting people in the restaurants, not restaurants, libraries or the colleges, because they're reducing the amount of time we get in there yet.
Now, you've been doing this for over 25 years. We talk a lot about safe money, and that's what a lot of people, you've got to know that, you could be in the market, that's fine a little bit, but you got to have most of your money kept safe. Do you agree?
I agree with that.
Absolutely. Now, we want to talk also about...
Protect your wealth.
But we want to talk about this, that's something that you sent to me, and that is an article that you wrote for a radio station, and I want to talk about that. So, because it's all kudos to you for that.
I write that article every month for that radio station, Country Western out in Wickenburg. Been doing that for about 7 months now. They're actually clients of mine, the people that own the radio station. So they asked me if I would write an article once a month.
So what is the article usually about? What's this one about?
This one is about the crazy coronavirus, and we woke up in the twilight zone, but it doesn't mean that you need to be not doing something right now. Don't get all paralyzed right now not to do something, because this isn't the time to just to sit around and go, oh. And I know people are all goofy again because the market's coming back a little bit, but it may go back down. And so now is really the time, because when you can get out of the market and protect yourself when it's up a little bit, and then you'll never lose that value again.
You've been on the show.
Guaranteed.
You've mentioned several times about what happens if you lose your money in the market. Explain to them how it takes them, how long to recoup.
Well, the average is 3 to 7 years to recoup. If you lose 30% in the market, it takes 43% just to get back to even, just to get to even. Which this market so far has lost about 35%, so figure that out. That's about 50% that you have to make back just to get to even, which takes, on an average, 3 to 7 years.
Just because the coronavirus has pretty much taken over everything, it doesn't mean that it really should. It means that you still have to live. It means that you still have to do business. It means you still have to come into a radio show and talk to everybody about what you do. It means that you need to make sure that the things that you're listening to, you take heart and you say to yourself, you know what? That man might make some sense, and talk to them. You do free consultations all the time.
Yeah, you ought to start educating yourself on this, and I love when I've had clients call to just say thank you. They don't call and say I've lost any money. They call and say thank you because their money's protected from the market downturn.
Now, we're gonna open the lines to the audience right away so that we can get everybody to get entered into it. Well, we give it to everyone. You like to give this book to everyone out there that's listening, and it's called Retirement Today. You know, even if you're stuck in your house, you know, you're still gonna retire. At some point you might, it's not even somebody who's already retired, it's somebody who might be thinking about it. How old do you start working with your clients?
55.
About 55.
50 to 55.
When you're starting to think about these things, this book is offered to you, anybody out there that's listening. We're going to open up the lines to the audience and let you call throughout the rest of the show. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Check him out on his brand new website. They're really excited about it. It's Arizona FS for Financial Services Solutions.com. And so, let's go back here. When you work with people, you still are going to do, I know you're doing a lot of these webinars right now, but you're going to give them a financial analysis as well?
Financial analysis or lab or whatever, and we can do that online too with them. So as long as they go to GoToMeeting or GoWebinar or whatever that's called, we can do that right online with them, talk to them. Or we can meet them one-on-one if they still want to meet one-on-one. It's okay with us to meet one-on-one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of people still like to meet someone like you. You could start off with, let's say, a conversation on the phone, but it is a relationship-based business, so I'm sure you end up meeting with people. You could call him direct. His phone number is 602-793-6493. He does free consultations. He does second opinions. This is important for people out there that are listening. Maybe you think that you have it all set, but maybe not. You know, maybe you should maybe have not all your money in the market. Maybe you should be diversified a little bit.
Diversified a little bit, protect your wealth, protect your income. You know, we insure everything else except for our income. Why not insure your income so it'll never go away?
Now, again, you can check them out on their new website. It is Arizona FS for Financial Solutions. .com. You can also call in here and you can get this book. We want everybody to have it. And you know what I love about the book is that it's very simple for people to read. It's a little bit about everything that you need to know. Any questions that you have in any area that you have, call in here and get it. It's called Retirement Today, and our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Back to your what we were going to talk about today, which is about this article that you write monthly for this this radio station there. What made you write it as sort of about the virus?
Well, it's just because everybody is right now is paralyzed. They don't know what to do right now. But you still have to start managing, just like you said. You still have to work. You still have to understand what's going on. Don't be polarized or paralyzed that you're not going to do anything right now. At least sit down. That's what American Retirement Institute talks about, is sitting down and educating yourself to see what you can do and learn how to protect what you have. It doesn't mean that you have to get completely out of the market. That doesn't mean that. That means to just protect your income, insure your income, make sure that you know how to get out of the market if you want to. Don't sit there. And I love when I had a client call me and he said he still had a little money with his broker, and his broker said, well, don't open up your statement right now. Well, what kind of advice is that?
That's what they said to my ex-mother-in-law. Don't look at it.
Don't look at it right now. Well, I just don't see that as good advice. And he says, and then the other thing is, hang on, it'll come back. It's going to come back. Absolutely it'll come back. But normally it takes 3 to 7 years for it to come back. Why not protect that so you never have to worry about it coming back or not? And understand the sequence of returns.
And
most people don't know that.
Safe money, which is what you like to talk about. Now we've got our lines open here for everyone to get the book. It's called Retirement Today. Call in here and get it from us. We want everyone to have it. 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100.
We'll see. We'll see how these webinars are going to be. I don't know about webinars.
I need to get your card.
I know that. Here you go. I know that they start doing them back east, and it's a little different than back east than here. Arizona's a little different, but they're getting a lot of people to come to
I
those
know a
webinars.
lot of people that do webinars. It's just you have to get them to join it, you know.
Well, that's the only way you're going to get any advice right now. because no one's open.
Like I said, everybody's paralyzed, like you said.
Don't be.
I know.
You know, I mean, I got clients right now that are just calling, and really, and I hate to say it that way because people think I'm trying to be an ego trip, but they're calling and saying thank you. They haven't lost a penny. I haven't lost any money at all during this hectic time.
Right.
That's what the index annuity does. It protects the integrity of the principal so that you don't lose any money. If the market goes down, you're still what you have what you have before the market started to go down. If you had $100,000 and now it's down to 70, how do you feel?
I have my wife's twin sisters. She lives up in Washington, and her husband, he's worth about $10 million. He just lost half, and he's kind of freaking out right now.
Yeah,
A
it'll
lot
come
of them
back.
are.
Yeah.
It'll come back.
Yeah. It just depends on your age. I mean, like 60. I'm 61. I'll be 61 this year. You know, so you got to think about, okay, where am I going to be when that comes back? You know, health-wise and all those other things. I think that's a big concern.
I mean, if you had the choice, if you had $100,000 and the market went down and now it's 70, or you had $100,000 over here and the market went down and you still have your $100,000, which would you rather have?
Oh, absolutely.
Especially if you're taking income out of there, because now you got to make a decision. I only have 70,000 instead of 100, and I used to be taking 4,000 out of there. Now I can only take 2,800, or I take the same 4,000 and my principal goes down again. Over here, you didn't have to make that decision. You're still taking out $4,000.
Yeah, I need to talk to you.
Does not make any sense to me. It doesn't. I don't even know why these brokers get these grip on these people. Go, well, he told me not to move right now. Well, yeah, he doesn't want you to move because if you move your money, he's not getting his fee off of it.
Yeah.
Well, why
that's
don't
right.
you say that?
Yeah.
Well, because I'm not a broker, and I could get in trouble for that.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
I can say that to him.
Right. Right.
Why he's here right now, but I
Yeah.
can't say that online.
Remember, narrow and deep. Let's try and do it, okay? Let's try it.
I don't know what you want me to narrow to.
Huh?
What do you want me to narrow to?
Well, you know, I don't know if we have time to do, let's say, annuities, but hold on, I don't have any time. Let's just get on the air.
Yeah, let's just.
Welcome back, everyone. We are talking with Mark Melkowski. And Mark, we've been talking a little bit, even during the break, people that are sitting here are interested in what you have to say. I think right now, especially because of what's going on, so scared about what's happening with their money. And I would
But you don't need to be scared. You need to educate yourself on how to fix that. For lack of words, your broker's not going to call you and help you fix that right now.
So right now, there's a reason for that, and
There's
we're not going to say
and
that.
we're not going to get in
Why?
all of that, but
Doesn't matter.
You want to focus in on what you got to understand risk. You understand sequence of returns. Sequence of returns.
Let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and go narrow and deep on what that is.
Well, sequence of return. Most people most brokers, financial planners don't talk about it. But if you have $100,000 and the market went down by 30, and remember you're taking 4,000. Let's just use a number, 5,000 a year out of there to supplement your income. And so the 100,000 now went to drop 30%, and now it's $70,000. What do you do to supplement that income, that $5,000? Do you continue to take the $5,000, or do you take less because you're only at $70,000? You have to make a decision. Where if you protect that money and it's in $100,000 over here in an index annuity, and it doesn't go away based on the market, you don't have no decision to make. You continue to take out the $5,000 because it's protected in there. Where over here, it's not protected. You lost 30% of that value, and you have to adjust.
Why is it that people they shy away from it? Why is it that some people do that?
Because there's a lot of people out there, if you go on the internet and it says index annuities, they're high fees, the agent gets paid a lot. You know, if I get paid 30% on an annuity, it doesn't really matter because it doesn't come out of your money. But I don't get paid 30%. Well, if I did, that'd be great. But I don't get paid 30%. But if I get paid a 5% commission on that, it doesn't affect your money. It does not, and there are surrender periods on there and all of that, but that's to protect your money. And I'm not saying to put all your money inside an indexed annuity, but folks, you should put some of it in there that will never go away. You insure your car, your house, your pets, your cell phones, you insure everything. But the most important asset you have is your income. So why not insure that income so it'll never go away?
Again, we've got our lines open here for everyone. He wants to give it the book. It's Retirement Today. It's by American Retirement Institute, and everyone should have it. We're going to let you call throughout the rest of the show for it. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll-free it's 1-866-536-1100. Well, I know that taxes sort of have been pushed off a little tiny bit, but everybody has to think about all of these things when they come down and sit down and talk to you, because it's the big picture, correct?
Yeah, I mean, but right now we're in the lowest tax bracket you can be in right now.
Right.
The new Trump Act in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have the Security Act of 2019, which most people really do not understand what it's doing to their IRA and RMDs and all of that. Need to understand that. But the taxes, you just put yourself in a position where you're in the lowest tax bracket you can. Understand how that tax bracket's working for you. I'm not an accountant, don't want to be, but we have people that will, you can talk to about that.
Let me ask you something. When people come and you sit down with them and you do this consultation, because you do free consultations with people with statewide, and when you do this consultation, what does it start off with? How does that look like?
Well, it's just first to get to know those people and see if we can even be of value to them and see where they're going and what they want to do and what their desires, wants, and needs are. It's not my money. So I want to know from them, I'm trying to get to know them, what they're trying to do, who they love, who they don't love, pretty funny thing, but what their wants and needs and desires are, how much income they need, how much guaranteed income do they have coming in right now, and how do they want to protect that? How do they want to pass the money to their kids? They want to go tax-free or taxable to their kids or their grandkids. You can do all of those things. You just have to sit down and learn how to do that.
And you have to talk to somebody who's knowledgeable. You've been doing this for over 25 years, and he talks about safe money. He does these webinars now. They're workshop webinars that they're going to be starting at the end of
April 28th at 2 o'clock and April the 30th at 6 o'clock.
And they're very excited because they've just opened up their brand new website that they just launched, and it is ArizonaFS4FinancialSolutions.com. You can go there and check them out.
Go on there and listen to all the times I've been on here.
Yes, you can, and you should tell them that. I mean, you know,
Yeah, you can
because
go on there and listen
what
to
else
that.
is on there? Because I just looked at it. You just opened it up to me. You just told me about it.
All the articles that we've written, and you know, we've written articles for Forbes and Annuities 1, 2, 3, and other articles that we've written for the newspaper. You can go on there and look at those. And
Again, it's Arizona FS for Financial Services Solutions.
But it's not about me, it's about protecting your money and your wealth. I just love that saying, protect your wealth. Protect your wealth. It's your job to protect your wealth. No one's going to call you and tell you how to do that. The IRS isn't going to call you. Unfortunately, your brokers are not that concerned about that. They want, you know, protect your wealth. Learn to protect that wealth so it doesn't go away.
And the only way you're going to do that is by talking to him and having a little bit of a conversation about it all. And that number to call him direct at 602-793-6493. You do second opinions all the time because there's a lot of people out there that think, well, you know, I'm okay. I've already got somebody doing this, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
And I'm not, you know, I should have to go back. I'm not being negative to brokers. I'm just saying, get a second opinion. Look at this and get a second opinion and make sure that you understand this is your money. Make sure it's properly designed, that you understand every step that's going on, that you have the income, that you understand sequence of return, you understand long-term care, because 75% of
I was
us,
going to ask you about the long-term care just in a minute.
75% of us are going to go in a long-term care facility. The average cost is $280,000. That's a lot of money. But you can get long-term care paid for tax-free if you learn how to do that, if you go into a long-term care facility, or at home health care if you lose 2 of the ADLs. But if you're not addressing long-term care and someone's not addressing that for you, you're missing it, because you need to address that.
Again, check them out.
I mean,
on
there's
their
3 of us in this room in here, and probably 2 of us are going to go in a long-term care facility. That's a scary thought. And how are you going to pay for all of that? That's a scary thought, too.
I think the main thing to do is to sit down, and it doesn't matter how much money you have
No, it
right now.
doesn't.
It's not about that. You know, it's about making sure that you are taking care of things. This is a great time to be doing that.
Can
You
I
know,
tell
you're
a story
home-
about a lady
You
right
can
now?
do whatever you want. You got a few more minutes.
Okay, a lady right now, she's worried about long-term care, but she doesn't want the long-term care, typical long-term care. So she's taking $120,000 and putting it in a product from day one. But it provides her with $4,500 a month for long-term care, tax-free for 52 months. If something happens to her, there's $245,000 that will go to the kids tax-free. That's a very good deal for her.
So did she have more money involved in it, or how do you start off with doing that?
You know, we just went out and talked to her because her husband had it before, and he passed away, and she got tax-free money, and then she wants to make sure that she's protected this way, and it's just a phone interview. So it has 3 benefits on it. It has home health care, it has long-term care, it's fully liquid, and if she passes away and doesn't use any of that, the money goes to her kids tax-free, only double the amount.
Again, that number to call them direct at 602-793-6493. We're going to leave our lines open here. He wants everybody to have his book. It's called Retirement Today. And along with that, you're going to get that financial analysis that comes along with it. And start off with just a conversation with him and find out, you know, maybe he has something that makes sense for you. The only way you know is to find out and ask.
See if we can be of value to you. We don't even know that until we sit down and have a conversation.
Exactly.
There's no commitment on my part or your part.
Right, there absolutely cannot be, because these people don't know, and they're, you know what, like I said before, it is a relationship-based business.
Absolutely.
They want to get to know you a little bit, but
And they should.
You have been doing this for over 25 years. Well, and again, tell them what the first question you always get asked.
I don't want to run out of money. How do I make sure I don't run out of income? That's the first question. That's 90% of the time. It used to be long-term care. How do I make sure I protect myself from long-term care? Well, that has dropped off a little bit. Now it's I don't want to run out of income. Because the worst thing, all 3 of us sitting in this room, the worst thing that can happen to any of us if we get a call from the doctor and says you have catastrophic illness. The second worst thing is running out of income. Because then you don't have any income.
Right. You don't have any income, and I know a lot of people don't know what they're going to be doing. I think I'm going to be working till the day I die anyway. I don't know if I can. That's the other question is, can I do this? How long can I? And we don't know. There's no crystal ball.
Well, you don't have any physical work here. It's great. You could work all until you're 90.
It just launched last night, and it is Arizona FS for Financial Solutions with an S. I'll get it. Just learned it just a minute ago, so that was kind of hard. But anyway, you could